Hey everybody, it's Rex, and I'm back with the third episode of my Runescape gameplay series. And in this actual episode, I am going to be continuing to make money as I quest for. I'm not questing, but as I adjourn, as I journey, as I travel, as I something about that, as I transgress maybe. As I try to get a big enough cash stack where I can actually do some high level bossing and have basically a good time doing some combat. Now, if I lag at any time in this video, I'm sorry. In the new EOC, when I go to places that I haven't been before, I actually start lagging a considerable amount, and I actually feel like I have to refresh the Runescape page sometimes. So where I'm going is in this place. It's called the Polypore Dungeon. Down on the bottom floor, there are some things called Gano beasts, and last year or a month ago, while the EOC was not out, they were actually one of the most profitable monsters that you could camp or stay at for a long time to make money. So I'm actually going to be doing that. They require level 95 Slayer to do that, to train on, or to actually kill in general. And I looked it up, they are actually weak to fire spells. So a little bit about my gear and my setup. I won't be doing this every time. I'm only going to be doing it for the first initial videos that I do on the evolution of combat, I guess. But my gear, it's going to be Ganodermic because I figure I can probably get Ganodermic armor back from the chips that I get, or the chips that it's only 71%. I can get them back probably from killing these themselves, and then I can also probably afford I can afford to make more just in case. But yeah, so I've got a full Slayer helm because it's the only helmet that I had that was actually magic offense or magic at all. Ganodermic, actually kind of the same. It was the only thing that I had as a magic based armor because everything else is either really expensive or crap. Mystic Lava Staff, highest staff that you can actually have a constant or a continuous fire rune provision for you. Like they will always provide a fire rune for you. And I couldn't use a shield. I would have liked to because the shield on the Evolution of Combat is actually super good at sustaining while you're in the Evolution of Combat because you can continue to use things like Rejuvenation and Barricade, things that will actually keep you alive for a long time and possibly even heal you while you're down. So let's set my combat spell to autocast Fire Surge. I am now casting that. It costs 5 air runes and 5 fire runes per spell. So, pretty sure if I attack this, I'm going to pot up and actually not do that, not drop my summoning familiar, but summon a summon familiar. Run back, trying to get away out of this. I do want a soul split, but that's actually going to take some time. So, let's start warming up with some basic abilities. I know that it's actually good to be out of the range of these, so let's get over here and see if they can actually get to a point where I'm not getting attacked. I'll wait to use Soul Split until I actually really have to, or something along the lines of I'm in dire need. But until then, I'm just going to be using basic abilities and threshold abilities to kill these. Now, why were these such a good moneymaker before? They drop an insane amount of seeds, stuff like that. Seeds, they drop polypore staffs, Ganodermic shells, polypore spores, and actually the Ganodermic shells themselves are some of the best drops that these guys provide, making up to somewhere, I think, or at least it was, a couple mil, maybe 1.5 mil an hour. I think that's what I was averaging on a really good basis. Flax, not a good example of a drop, but they are really good overall. And I think they could still be, and I really don't have to avoid them because if I'm not protecting range, then I might as well just be like this, or protecting mage. I think it might actually be lured already on this little stump thing right here. But yeah, instead of clicking these, I'm going to try to use my hands. That's what these are for, or what my fingers are doing for me. As long as I can continue to use things like this. My W, I'm trying to save up for an ultimate or the actual asphyxiate. Asphyxiate is actually a really good item that I've noticed, or a really good ability. Does a ton of damage starting out and continuous. It's basically like a 6-second does massive damage to your enemy. I really don't see ultimate abilities that often on most of the time that I've been playing RuneScape so far. But then again, I am still new to the evolution of combat, so here's some Gano flakes. Those are what I wanted. So maybe after a while I can get used to this. Let's do some asphyxiate while I have soul split on. How about that? Or I can just do absolutely no damage whatsoever. I heard the unicorn didn't heal nearly as much, and it heals. It still heals quite a bit. I don't want to be using chain now that I think about it. It says hitting 2 additional nearby targets. I was wondering why I had 2 on me, and then I realized that I do have a multi-combat ability on my ability book, so I should probably avoid using that at all costs, huh? That would have been smart of me to assume before I had actually done this. Maybe if I actually get pretty good at learning my casting. Why can't? Oh, my target is too far away. Damn. So that's the reason why I can't blow fire on them. How close do I have to be so that I can use this ability? Still too far away. No way. How about asphyxiate? Can I use this? I need to get used to the ranges on everything and the power of the abilities. Wild Magic's still a really good ability. I'm going to try to use some of these and save up for an ultimate. I'm actually going to turn my soul split off until I can use an ultimate ability. I know that it might actually be keeping me mainly alive right now, but I don't think that'll be like that forever. When I use do I lose? Yeah, I lose adrenaline for using, which is weird. You lose adrenaline for healing full capacity. Now let me see if something still exists. If I can go to the health regen or something along that lines. The health one. I remember there was something in health that heals you over time. And was it an ultimate? I think it was an ultimate. Rejuvenate, channel your adrenaline to help restore 40% of your life points and fully restore your blah blah blah. All of these need a shield. Yeah, I would have loved to have a shield during this trip, but I guess it's not going to be. I guess it doesn't matter that much, but it's still something that I would have liked to do. Damn, I just used my Q again. And Q is actually chain. That's the one that I was trying to avoid. Lucky there was no one over here. Don't mess up like that, Owen. But luckily there was no one over here, so I didn't have to worry about it. It's really not doing that much damage to me anymore. So, yeah, this is basically what I'm going to be doing for a while. It's actually getting me a ton of experience every time I kill one of these. It says it's dropping 2,000 experience. I'm kind of wondering how much experience per hour can you get now. Someone actually left a comment on one of my videos. What was it? Yesterday someone left a comment on one of my videos that said QBD excuse me, QBD was being abused for combat experience, and it was actually granting over 33 million experience per hour. So that's a little bit of a glitch, I think, on Jagex's part, because 33 million experience per hour is quite a drastic amount. And I'm not sure if they were thinking this because, you know, they were trying to buff up the experience rates for main bosses, that way that it would be actually kind of a good way to train. But they must have either glitched it, or maybe not glitched it, but somehow something happened, and they did tell me that they were making 33 million experience per hour. They got restored. I'm not sure how believable this is. It's just a comment that I got this morning, I believe, and they did say that it got nerfed this morning too. So I would believe it in all honesty, just because I'm not sure. I would believe it just because I believe the majority of people that talk to me or leave comments on my videos, they did watch the video and said it wasn't a training method, but because I personally said I don't think the QBD will ever be used as a training method, and it turns out that it did, and it made a crap ton of experience per hour, which is ridiculous and kind of abused. So how close do people actually have to be for me to use Dragon's Breath? Is it like right here? Can I use it? Is it literally just one step away from them that I can use? They're dead now. Ganadoric Flakes though, that is what I'm looking for. Keep on dropping me those and I will be a happy camper. And if you got that, it's because I am legitimately camping this boss. I could just every now and then go like Surge, Surge me, surge me, surge me. Ability not ready yet. Surge. What do you mean ability is not ready? That's extremely confusing sometimes. I'm getting hit damage, but it's really not doing a lot. What if I try Wild Magic and then Surge? There we go. Something like that, just trying to get away from them. I could do that every now and then. I figure that that'd be pretty nice, because I don't want to be taking that neem damage the whole time, but I also don't want to be constantly running around here because it's probably not the best idea to safe spot these anymore, or to safe spot at all. So I'll try to avoid that by going like this every now and then. And then that way I don't take damage from their neem dupe area. I can continue attacking them if I just click on them, I guess. And every now and then I get my asphyxiate back, which is doing, I think, the most damage. Unlike, well, the most damage next to the metamorphosis that I was using earlier. And that metamorphosis was seriously OP looking. Damn, Dragon Breath did a lot of damage. Let's see, Polyforce Wars yet again. I'm not going to make the whole commentary on this video, but I will be showing you guys what I get at the end of this trip come sometime soon, not immediately after I make this video, but probably in the next video I'll start off by telling you guys how much I actually made through this. Maybe I should set select quick prayers to something like Soul Split. That way I can just do this, or I could put it on my own toolbar, action bar. Instead of having chain, I could probably, let's get rid of chain and let's put Soul Split on here. That way I can just go Q and then try 2 after this. I'm just working out new ways to actually use my ability bars. Trying to get used to them. I still have 3 that are untouched or unmade whatsoever. I haven't been using abilities. What am I doing? I have 2 that are completely unmade. I have some that I want to combust. What is combust? I'm looking at all of these just because I do know that it is better to use abilities, so I'm going to try to use it how Jagex was intending it to be used, and constantly spamming abilities. So I wish there were actually more basic abilities for magic. There probably are, I just haven't spent enough time looking at them. I don't want to be using the chain one, obviously, because I don't want to be constantly targeted by some of these things. I'll turn my Soul Split on like right now, and then I can actually use my 4 ability, which I think is Metamorphosis. Let's flash backwards and continue to fight this. And when I say flash, that's just because I'm using League of Legends, where it's actually a flash instead of like a surge or an escape. Yeah, one of them is called escape. Like, I just hit spacebar because that is what I do in League of Legends. So I'm going to get used to that. I can just sit here and spam my Q, actually, and spam. I don't want to spam Surge. No, what am I doing? But I can spam my W and my E and this thing over here. Use Asphyxiate when I have Soul Split on. Heal back quite a bit of actual casting. So that's something that I've also noticed. In the evolution of combat, there is a drastic difference between magic prayer or protection for magic and soul split, and I've actually heard from quite a lot of people that soul split is better than protection prayers now. Mainly if you have the ability to soul split, you should probably do it all the time, because things like Nex and Bandos and Corporal Beast, they don't hit nearly as much as they used to with they don't hit nearly as much as they used to with their basic abilities. They don't have actual abilities like this, but they do have kind of mechanics that go into making them. But they don't hit nearly as much as they used to. And that's a good thing, because you don't have to use the the protection prayers all the time, which actually makes it easier to solo a boss or do something along those lines, which is good. You do want that in gaming or in the game. You want that in combat because it makes it easier, but it also opens up new ways for you to die, because if they make it so that it's lower and then that you don't protect as much, then it's not like so Jad used to be this crazy hard boss, because basically if you missed a protection prayer, you were dead. It hit up to 960s, I think was Jad's max when I was getting my fire cape. I think that's Jad's max still, but I could be wrong. I haven't done it since I got my last one. Gano gloves. What even are those? Honestly, armor, magic, life bonus. I don't know what the blue does. I think it means it's equal to. Ooh, wow, that looks crazy good. So let me give this a read. After I use this ability and continue to use my E. I should probably take a break. I'm actually going to take a break after this one, so that I can read off my gloves and then actually examine what they do. They're not going to do anything. They're probably just a new set of gloves that they added to the game that I hadn't noticed yet because I'm not the most observant. I'm getting better at using the abilities as I do this, to be honest, because I set them up so that luckily Asphyxiate is on my 2, which is the most used thing that I have in different games. W and E are not, honestly, abilities that I typically spam, but I'm going to be using it like that. I can just go Q2, and now I'm asphyxiating. For a while, I will be looking at the ability bar while I actually use abilities, but after a while, that won't be necessary. Once I know what they are, it's just like randomly I have to memorize, what is this, 12? I have to randomly memorize 12 new spots, and then keep on looking at my health and everything at the same time. So, and I should have an ultimate coming here soon, so let me turn on this again, and metamorphosis once again. So actually this is getting quite a bit faster. Let me get into my ultimate ability. Come on, hit 4. That's gonna be a problem if it's not like, if it's not continuous like that. If I have to hit like E multiple times because I don't have the ability set that I need or want. Like, let's say I keep on using my ultimate and then after a while it's not working because, I don't know, it's not working because it's RuneScape and it takes 0.6 seconds for anything to register in RuneScape. So for some reason it's not working because of that. I do have a disadvantage towards I do have a disadvantage because maybe when I want to use my ultimate ability, I won't be able to use my ultimate ability. But that's the only thing that I really see so far that I dislike. I'm getting actually ultimates pretty quickly. I can use my Q, Wild Magic. I want to use some basics so I can actually get up to my ultimate again, because that metamorphosis is actually really good in this situation. I can actually just straight up tank Neem Dupe damage because it's not that powerful. It's not hitting me for that much, surprisingly, so I'm not too worried about it. I do want to hit a lot though while I'm in metamorphosis, so I can at least get like some soul split off. But so far my rating of the combat system is pretty strong. Now the reason why I decided to go to something fairly easy to start off with instead of going, just let's see, straight up to Dagonoth Kings was so that I didn't die when I went to Dagonoth Kings. And if I actually do well when I'm at Dagonoth Kings or after a while of playing Evolution's Combat, then I will make a guide on it, and that will actually be a more up-to-date guide. It should be pretty fun, or at least fun for me. I enjoy making them like that, and I enjoy learning new combat systems and games. And this is basically, it feels like a new game coming from someone that's played it for multiple years. It's really nice to have something that's new. That's just my personal opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me. But if you do agree with me, feel free to tell me about that. I do like hearing it also. And I haven't looked at my Gano gloves yet. What is wrong with me? Let's see. Polypore Spore. Okay, I'll take a break here. I'll actually stop here and then show you guys what I get after this is over. Let me price check right now how much these gloves are worth, or how much I've made in this short time. Those are only worth 10k. I should probably just go kill myself. But 134k, 22k on those. Add flax and these. I really shouldn't pick those up. Those are worth nothing. I knew it. But 160k so far. And when you guys come back next time, I'll actually have the full set that you can look at for what I have made in profit. And I should only be here for a couple hours unless I find some sustaining way to stay here. But thank you guys for watching me. I will be continuing to kill these Gano beasts for a while. And I hope to see you guys next time on RuneScape Gameplay Series, or my RuneScape Gameplay Series, Episode 4. I will see you guys then, and thank you for watching. So it's probably been like 20 seconds since I meant to end the video, but I actually realized that it's extremely easier than I thought to kill these things. Like, honestly, if you just sit here, and you are supposed to know how to use your abilities, but if you spam them, you do pretty well, honestly, and 100% honesty. That's what I was thinking. I can use my ultimate and just keep on hitting W, and as long as I know the ones that are doing damage, like my W is the fastest one that actually has a cooldown, or the fastest cooldown that I have. I use it until I get my E back, and then I just try to use my E and R as much as possible. Hey, there's a Torstal seed. Thank God, I just made 100 and I think I made 100 or something K. It used to be 200K. But if I just keep on using my W until I actually get my E and my R back, I can get one basic off and then one W off, and then I can just keep on using those until I get E and R. E and R do a lot of damage. I can use that until I have my Soul Split with my Asphyxiate, and then even though I'm not doing it like that right now, I can use Soul Split and then Asphyxiate, and then just keep on doing that until I have enough for my Metamorphosis, which will actually come back after I have another full ability bar, assuming that I don't use my whole thing of abilities. So if I don't use my threshold ability to Asphyxiate, I can actually get my full adrenaline bar before I get my Metamorphosis back from the cooldown. That's just what I've noticed in the last literally 20 seconds. But I'm gonna add this to the price checker and end the video here. And I'm actually gonna end the video this time. Now let me jump backwards because it's cool. F F F. That honestly doesn't. It says you're currently busy. You can't do that right now. What is wrong with that? 170K. So sweet. I've made 330K in the past like 20 minutes. Good job, RuneScape. I like this update.